This video is going to be all about the perfect sales roadmap. So basically what it means is if you can do it like this, it's going to be way easier for you to close the clients or close the people that come on calls with you. I split it up in 5 days, of which 5 is an onboarding day, so 4 days of nurturing. As you can see here, up here, I've stated what the lead experience is, and down here it says what happens on our side, so what we have to do. And if you don't know what A, O, and M means, A basically means it's automated. O means it's optional, so you don't really have to do it, but it will work way better if you do. And M stands for manual. So you have to do stuff manually, or your closer, your setter, or whoever has to do anything here. Let me add this real quick, because of course this is also manual. So on day one, they start DMing with you or your setter, of course. They book a call, and after they've booked the call, they see a video on a landing page where you explain to them like, hey, your booking is not yet confirmed. Thanks for booking it, but it can still be canceled, something like that. In that video, you explain like, hey, you're going to have a call with me, or hey, you're going to be having a call with my client success manager, and then you say their name. What's going to happen on the call is you and I are going to be talking about where you are right now, where you want to go, and whether what we deliver or what we offer matches the gap that's in between point A and point B. You basically may explain something like that. But if you need a script on that, it's all in the Expert Hub, and it's all provided in the Expert Hub in the Notion. So don't worry about that. And that's basically goes for everything that I'm going to explain in this, because I'm going to talk a lot about automations, but that's also in the Expert Hub. So don't worry about that. So they start DMing with you, they book a call, they see the video on the landing page, as well as the social proof that's on there. So client testimonials, client interviews, all that stuff. What happens on our side when they book a call using Calendly, our automation gets triggered and they get added to the CRM in the part where it says booked. So that's the pipeline stage, and they add a tag that has to do with where they come from, so that we can use these tags to improve our measurability, so that we know where we're making money from, where the money and the leads are coming from, so we exactly know where to put our money next, basically. So here it says the tag is Instagram inbound, for example. Then the same automation will add this lead as a new subscriber to an email sequence. And basically what it will do is it will just send multiple testimonials, client interviews, or just social proof stuff, but also stories from you. So personal anecdotes from within your business with your clients, all that stuff. They will just drip feed it to their email address every single day. Maybe sometimes twice a day. If it's like in 3 days or something, you want to just speed it up like that. If it's 7 days, you can put it on 7. But of course, it's also mentioned and also included in the Expert Hub. And if you can't find it, just send me a message. You know where to find me. Then what you can also do is write and send a postcard script for that. It's also an Expert Hub, like everything, of course. You can do this. But if you're from the US or from the UK, for example, some of my clients, as well as myself, are from the Netherlands. And we have a thing here where we send a postcard today, and the person, if they're also in Netherlands, of course, they get it tomorrow or the day after, like at a max. So it's probably going to be tomorrow. But if you're from the US, it can take like 4 or 5 days. So you might not want to do it like that, because otherwise they would have had the call already. They either were closed or were not closed. But the thing is, what you're going to say in that postcard is, hey, Naeem, I'm very excited to jump on that call with you. I really enjoyed our conversation over DM, blah, 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 blah. You get the point. Then what happens on our side manually is the closer sends a message and voice message to the lead. You could check it out in a Notion. It says it right there with a script and all that. It's basically to tell them like, hey, I am the client success manager of, and then your name. We're gonna do our call together. Very excited for it. This is what's gonna happen there. If you can't find the Zoom link, this is where it is. This is where you can find it. Make sure to be there 5 minutes in advance, all that stuff. Then on day 2, they receive another email because, of course, they're inside of the email sequence. Then on day 3, they get a call from the closer and they get very excited and they have total clarity as to what they should expect. And that call is a pre-call. So, of course, this is all manually. The closer 1 day in advance calls the lead to ask them, hey, do you have anything that needs to be cleared up for yourself? Do you understand everything? Are you excited for the call? But also, let's say you have some requirements that say my client has to be 18. They have to have a 5K budget, and they have to be from the US, Canada, or the UK, or Australia, or whatever. What can happen sometimes is that someone slips through it, but they lied about their age or they lied about their budget. But in this pre-call, you basically allow them to open up about what the actual answers would have been. So let's say they say, I'm 18, I have 5K, and I'm from the US. Let's say they are really from the US, they're really 18, but they don't have 5K. It might not be a good choice for them to be on that call, because if they are not ready to invest or start right away, why would you even do that call on that day? Basically, that's kind of a weird thing. But if that closer can find out in the pre-call, he can assure himself of not wasting time, basically, because it would just be a waste of time by doing a call that's like 45 minutes, like 30, 45, maybe sometimes even 60 minutes, like an hour. If the lead is not qualified, you just should not do a call with them. Then on day 4, they get a message and a voice message from the closer in the morning as a reminder. So the closer, or it might be yourself in this case, if you're in the beginning stages or you're just a solopreneur, you just send them like, hey, John, I'm very excited for our call today. I will see you at 2 p.m. Just something like that. Then they either respond or they don't respond, but it doesn't really matter. Of course, that's manually. They receive another email. Hopefully it's before the call, so that they can, so that it does its job again. Then they attend the call, they get closed, and that's basically the thing. So here comes another great automation. Normally, what you have to do when you close a new client is you're going to have to fill out a contract, then send it to them, add them as a client on Stripe, then send a Stripe invoice, but that takes way too much time. So what we do is during that call, let's say it's like a 45-minute call, and they are done after 30 minutes and they are closed. You have like 15 minutes left. So what we have is a very short form. It's also in the expert help. If you can't find it, you know where to find me. Again, they basically just fill out their business information, their address, VAT information if you're from Europe, and all that stuff, email and stuff. It's like a very, very short form. And when the closer submits that form, application will get triggered, and it will automatically fill out, create, and send a contract and Stripe invoice automatically. So that's pretty awesome. Then what you want to do is you want to make sure that they either make the payment or sign the contract within the sales call, because you want to make sure that they are going to get closed, because otherwise they have all this information about your offer. They have your entire, they basically have everything about you. And when you give everything away, and they also know the price, of course, already, and they go away, they're gonna think, and they're gonna think themselves out of it. Whether it was a good choice to do it or not, they will, or they will let someone else talk them out of it. Then if the contract is signed, we're gonna have an automation. I called it closed automation, and what it does is it moves the lead through the CRM to the pipeline stage closed. Then it sends like an onboarding form to the new client with where they fill out all of the information that you need before the onboarding call or throughout the process, the program. Then it automatically sends like a Slack broadcast to your team so that we know, hey, there's a new client, let's be happy, all that stuff. And it sends a pre-onboarding exercise. This is just some explanation, and then on day 5, hopefully you will have the onboarding call. Could also be day 6 or 7, but the sooner the better, because if they can get started with the quick wins as soon as possible, they will get results as soon as possible. If you don't get anything that I just explained to you, just let me know. You know where to find me in Slack, WhatsApp, call me, text, I don't know, Twitter, anything, and we will get it sorted. All right. I'll see you in the Expert Hub.